The autumn wind whistled through bare branches, carrying dead leaves across empty sidewalks. Hannah pulled her fleece blanket tighter, sinking deeper into her weathered leather couch. The dim light of her phone cast strange shadows on the wall, dancing between the branches of her dying fiddle leaf fig, the one she'd been meaning to water for weeks. A notification lit up her screen, Lily's name appearing above a text that made her stomach twist. "Hey, I'm cutting through the park to your place. Some guy's been walking the same route as me since Jefferson Street. Probably nothing, but your apartment's closer than mine." Hannah sat up straighter, the blanket sliding to the floor. Lily never came this way after dark. Not since the city had cut the park's maintenance budget, leaving half the path lights burned out or flickering. "How far are you?" Hannah typed back. "Just past the old fountain. This guy's still behind me, keeping his distance, but I don't know, something feels off." The street lamp outside Hannah's window stuttered, casting intermittent shadows across her living room. She moved to the bay window, pressing her forehead against the cold glass. From here, she could see the park's iron gates, their Victorian scrollwork creating twisted shapes in the darkness. Another message. "Okay, he's definitely following me. Walking faster when I do, slowing when I slow." Hannah's fingers flew across the screen. "I'm calling the police." "No, wait. I'm almost there. Just stay on the phone with me." Suddenly the line went dead. The grandfather clock in Hannah's hallway struck 9:45, its deep dong echoing through the apartment. She tried redialing Lily, but instead of ringing, her phone emitted a high-pitched whine. 3 sharp knocks rattled Hannah's door. Through the peephole, she saw Lily, one hand pressed against the doorframe, breathing hard. The deadbolt clicked open like a gunshot in the quiet hallway. Lily rushed inside, her leather boots clicking across the hardwood. Her cheeks were flushed from running, her cream-colored scarf askew. "Just some creep from the bar district, probably," Lily said, trying to laugh as she unwound her scarf. "But the way She trailed off, staring at the wet patches her boots had made. The water was spreading in strange patterns. "I must have stepped in a puddle," she said, eyeing her boots suspiciously. Hannah's fingers were already dialing 911 when the hallway light outside her apartment flickered. Officer Rivera arrived with her partner, Officer Sullivan, their boots squeaking against the tile lobby downstairs before they made it to Hannah's third-floor apartment. They took statements in Hannah's kitchen. "Probably one of the regulars from O'Malley's," Rivera suggested, but her eyes kept drifting to the windows. "We'll check it out." 2 days later, Hannah phoned Detective Rivera. She'd left her card that night, just in case. "We need to come in," Hannah said, her voice tight. "We need answers." The precinct smelled of burnt coffee and wet wool. Rivera's office sat at the end of a long hallway, past a bulletin board, crowded with missing persons flyers. Hannah counted them as they walked. 5 young women, all vanished within the last 6 months, all last seen after dark. Rivera's desk faced away from the window, though the blinds were drawn tight against the afternoon sun. 3 monitors cast a blue glow across scattered files and a coffee mug with yesterday's date dried brown around the rim. "Did you catch him?" Lily asked, perching on the edge of a chair that had seen better days. The vinyl squeaked beneath her. Rivera's fingers hovered over the keyboard. Something in her hesitation made Hannah's stomach twist. Without a word, the detective turned one of the monitors toward them, the screen's blue glow casting strange shadows across her face. The security footage was grainy, typical for the park's aging camera system. The timestamp read 9:47 p.m. At first, it showed only what Hannah expected. Lily walking the curved path near the old fountain, her cream scarf catching the dim light like a beacon in the darkness. Everything looked normal, almost mundane. Then Hannah saw it. Between one street light and the next, where the path fell into shadow, something moved that couldn't move that way. Hannah felt Lily's hand grab hers. The thing following her friend didn't walk. It flowed like black smoke through water. Where streetlights touched it, the edges of its form wavered and split. But its eyes... Rivera paused on a frame where the creature had turned toward the camera. 2 points of light pierced through the static, too bright, too steady to be reflections. 6 months ago, Rivera said, opening a drawer thick with files, Emma Walsh disappeared from that same path. She spread photos across her desk like tarot cards. Then Rebecca Torres, Abby Wilson, Ashley Goldman, Marina Peters. Each name came with a photo, a report, a last known location. All of them reported being followed. None of them were ever found. The heating vent above Rivera's desk rattled, sending a cascade of shadows across the photos. For a moment, the missing women's faces seemed to ripple, like reflections in dark water. These days, Hannah's apartment holds twice as many lamps as it used to. Lily moved in temporarily last week, dragging her mattress into the living room because her own apartment felt too quiet, too full of mirrors and shadows. They don't talk about what they saw in Rivera's office, but sometimes, when the sun sets and the shadows begin to lengthen, Hannah catches Lily checking reflections in windows and mirrors, not for herself, but for what might be moving in the darkness behind her. The missing persons board at the precinct still holds those 5 photos, though their edges have begun to curl. Rivera keeps the security footage on a hard drive locked in her desk next to new reports that come in, glimpses of moving shadows, points of light in the darkness, footsteps that sound like whispers. And in Oakwood Park, between the pools of lamplight, the shadows seem deeper than they should be, more alive, as if they're waiting for someone else to walk alone at night, counting on the comfort of street lights to guide them home, never noticing how the darkness moves behind them, how it flows against the wind, how it watches with eyes like distant stars.